been acquired. Let me explain. Loves trains here. You join me this morning here at Radda, as today we'll be doing part 3, I guess, of exploring Cardiff and the valleys, where we try and visit all of the Valley Line stations. This is technically day 2, although it is a many number of months later, and today we'll be heading to Corriton, Penarth, and we'll be getting off at Robina. More about that later. For now, we're just going to wait for our train to Cardiff, and we'll see how it goes. Good morning. Here are some of the things on board the train. As you can see here, I'm in the bike space. Here there are flip-down seats and some bike straps to attach your bike safely on your journey. And as you can now hear, we've arrived in Landau.
Rydym ni wedi cyrraedd Llandaf.
We have arrived at Llandaf.
Okay, so we've headed into the bathroom now, and it's a fairly spacious bathroom actually. There's a lot of room in here. You've got a mirror, sink, it's a pool for soap, dispense for water. Ooh, hot water, nice. Okay, and a hand dryer. 10 out of 10, love this hand dryer. We've got the actual toilet, flush. Table to change your child on. And then the toilet paper. So overall, it's a very cool bathroom. There's absolutely loads of room in here.
Rydym ni wedi cyrraedd. Caerdydd Canolog.
We have arrived at Cardiff Central.
Just stepped off our train that's now heading off to Aberdare, and I've just seen this. So I was immediately sidetracked and ran as fast without running down the platform as I could. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like this one's going anywhere, but in front of us here we have 67008 with a very, very nice set of the ex-LNER coaches. I am going to have to shout over the mighty engine of this Class 67, but it'll be heading out to the depot in a short amount of time. It's 11:43 and it's going at 46, but the service that's in front of us, oh hang on. As I was saying, the service that's in front of us is, what am I trying to say here? Is a set that came from Manchester Piccadilly, so it must have left at about 6 AM. So hopefully it'll drive out and give us some nice thrash. It left and I wasn't there to see it. Oh well, time to board the next one.
Your next stop is Cardiff Street.
This is fun. I've come in another one of the universally accessible toilets on board one of the Class 150s, which is taking us to Corriton. In here we have pretty much everything else that the 756 had, but in the 150 style we have, wowzers, that's heavy, table, armrest, cleaner, flusher, soap, water, dryer, toilet paper, toilet, full, that might be a problem. Anyway, back to my toilet review. We have a mirror, and a smaller mirror, and then a toilet.
Once again, we will be calling at Heathrow level, T-Glass and Corriton. Thank you.
So we're just coming to our first station on this route, which is Heath Low Level. And I'm not actually sure if I've been here already, so we're just going to get off anyway and then get back on again. So, but as the announcement said, the first stop is Heath Low Level. Point here where Heath Low Level and Heath High Level split. Heath High Level is over there, and Heath Low Level is down here. Heath Low Level. Definitely not been here before. We really didn't stop here for long. I literally had time to put one foot down and then had to jump back on again when the doors were closing. And now we are rumbling out of Heath Low Level. The next stop is... I've forgotten. We'll find out in a minute. There we go. The next stop is Tina. We have some disability amenities here with some single seats, open areas for wheelchairs and wheelchair charging points. And then next to the accessible toilet with some of my favourite seats on the Class 150, the solo seat, which I'm going to sit in for a bit. Here's the next one, T-Glass.
Corriton and final station.
We've skipped a handful of stations on our journey, and here is Corriton, I think. No, this is Whitchurch. So we're just passing through Whitchurch here, and we'll be getting off on the way back. Unfortunately, there was because this coming train was late, they made the train going back. They made this try to catch up the time by skipping all the stations that they don't actually need to stop at. So although I intended to get off at Robina, we'll just get off on the way back. So now we just get more 150 time, so not complaining. I think we'll shortly be arriving in Corriton. Change here for absolutely nothing. The platform's on the other side. Corriton! Arts. We've arrived at Corriton. This is Corriton, funnily enough, at the end of the Corriton branch. They've been putting the overhead lines up here, and I'm kind of standing in this strange place over the gap between the train and the platform. But here's some atmospheric shots. We had arrived in Whitchurch. I think this is going to be another 1 foot stop.
This train is called Hello.
And then they did. We had to go to come back, so we're okay.
Boink. And now comes the rest of the story. I've brought you here, Robina. And if you watched all of the video, you would have saw me pick up this. Hopefully you can see where this is going. I can now safely say I've drinking Ribena in Robina. Be there all nothing here. If you can bring your Ribena, it makes the wait for the half-hourly trains just slightly more bearable. This is a lot better than I remember. Yum.
Whitchurch and Cardiff. This service is operated by Transport for Wales.
Oh, brilliant. Thank you.
We are now at Birchwood. This train is for Penarth. Penarth.
We're back at Heathrow level again, and I skipped tea class because I was eating lunch, but we'll now be heading on to Penarth. The next stop I need to get off at is Dingle Road, which is after Cardiff. Before then, we'll pass through Cardiff Queen Street, Cardiff Central, Grange Town, and then Dingle Road. So 5 stops. And now I think we'll just enjoy the ride.
The next stop is Cardiff Queen Street. Thank you.
Slight change of plan. We just decided we're going to go to Cardiff Bay. So we've jumped off our 150 and we're going to walk to the next one. So goodbye 1520225. We'll see that one out and then board our next one. And now we're off on a joyride to Cardiff Bay. Instead of going down the side and curving down round into Cardiff Central, we'll be taking a trip down to the Cardiff Bay branch. There's the new ones going to Bargoed. 231s, the diesel only sets. the main line crossover. You can see down into the Cardiff Central. Again, after a nice short stop off at Cardiff Bay, we're now going back. Goodbye, Cardiff Bay. We're now on the same Class 150 unit that's now forming a service to Pontypridd, but we'll be heading back to Queen Street and changing. What a little spinny thing. You can see here they've added in all the new things for the new Cardiff Bay station, including the new track bits. And soon enough we'll be passing the Butte Town additional station, which is very exciting. It's just here. Here is Butte Town, the unfinished station.
Once again, this is your Transport Wales service to Pontypridd. Can I reach your destination?
Right everyone, I'll see you at Queen Street. And here we are at Cardiff Queen Street. Oh look, there's a GWR train. Well, we're back to Queen Street and now we'll be changing over, head down to Penarth via Dingle Road. We appear to have stopped outside of the station. I assume we're waiting for a platform. And now we're on the final train of the day. Today we'll be heading on this final 150 to Penarth. Oh look, there's a Mark IV wagon set. The Platinum Jubilee Class 67!
So this one's fine with that regulator. It's like a Baba Yeti.
We're now heading down the Grangetown branch.
And then might find it all in there.
I was standing on the other side wondering why there wasn't a platform, then I realised the platform was on this side. So here we are at Grangetown.
The next stop is Dingle Road. Thank you.
We'll now be heading down off a branch into the Penarth region, with the two stops being Dingle Road and Penarth. I wonder whether we'll actually stop at Dingle Road for very long at all, because chances are not many people want to get off. This is new territory for me. Not been down the Penarth branch by train ever before. Let's see how it goes. Here's the splitting point. That direction is
Arriving at Dingle Road.
Dates Cause, I think. Now we'll be heading down this bit to Dingle Road. I believe this to be single track. It's very pretty out here. I've just noticed on this Class 150 that somebody's taken off the interconnecting door, so there's actually only one where there should be two, which is funny. Scenery. This part of the metro system has not been electrified yet, but I'm sure they will see some electrification. If not, it'll be used on the new trains with the bi-mode powers.
We are now at Dingle Road. This train is for Penarth.
Now we have arrived at Penarth. Penarth is in fact the end of the line station, and this is in fact where we finish. We've reached the end of our journey now. We're here at Penarth, And that is as well the end of the video. We'll now be heading to the beach. But thank you for watching this video, and I hope you enjoyed it. It was very fun to make, and I hope to see you again soon. Please consider liking and subscribing, and I hope to see you in a future video. Until next time, see you later.